How's it going, everybody? I'm Steve, aka Steve Ninja, and welcome to my channel. So today I decided to do a Criterion haul today instead of doing the horror movies that I've watched in the month of October leading up to Halloween. And the reason is because this is Saturday afternoon. It's like 74 degrees in the fall. Usually the weather's not going to be like this for much longer, so I thought this would be a great time to do it. And I can always do the horror movies I've watched. I can do that at home later on this week, so that just made a lot more sense. And since October is not over, today is October 22nd, so we still have time in the month to talk about horror movies, and I still have more movies I can watch. In the meantime, I watched one last night, so I still have time to do that. But I've watched so much horror this month in October, probably more than I have since I was a kid. So that's been great, a lot of fun. A lot of new movies as well, and so I still have some classic movies I still need to watch before Halloween. But so the first movie, this one actually just came to Criterion in October, and really excited. I've never owned this on DVD or Blu-ray or anything, and the movie is Lost Highway. This is directed by David Lynch. Spy number 1152. Starring Bill Pullman, Patricia Arquette, Robert Blake, and Robert Loggia. And I've always loved the soundtrack to this movie as well. It's Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails actually put together the soundtrack, and they have a song called Perfect Drug on the soundtrack as well. I've always loved that song, but it's been so long since I've seen this. I think it's probably David Lynch's leads up to most interpretation. So this was released in 1997, and it's interesting to watch it. I actually liked it a lot more watching it on Blu-ray. This also got released on 4K, but I decided just to buy the Blu-ray for it. So I think a lot of people are buying the 4K, which is probably even better. But and let me know as well. Do you like the poster in the middle of the screen, or would it be better if I put it on the side of the screen? Because on my music channel, Excelsior Music Reviews, I do like album rankings, and I like having the album covers right in the middle of the screen because it takes the emphasis off of me and on the album, which is really the focus. And that's kind of the reason why I like doing it on doing the movie posters in the middle of the screen as well, because it takes the focus off of me, because I want people to focus on the movie, and just like with the music channel, I want them to focus on the music. So that's why I do that. But let me know, should I have the posters on the side of the screen, left or right of the screen? Usually I guess it would be on my right most of the time, but let me know which one's better, or does it matter? I don't know if it matters to anybody at all. So the second movie, these actually first four movies were actually all brand new. The last movie I bought is actually used. I thought I had two used movies, but this is brand new. But the next three movies were actually ones that I upgraded from DVD. If you saw my August video where I talked about all the Criterion movies that I own, there were like 9 movies in that collection that were DVD, and like 3 of them were movies that have never been released on Blu-ray through Criterion. But 6 of them I would like to upgrade, and I actually have, and now I'm only down to like 2 movies left now. So this next one, directed by David Fincher, it's Spy number 627, released in 1997, and the movie is The Game. I've owned this several times. I actually had it on DVD before, like I said, Criterion DVD. I think I've owned it like twice on DVD. Once was like the standard release, and the other one was the Criterion release. But I like this movie. Definitely takes place in the 90s, because anybody that knows the 90s, they all had those kind of the endings, kind of shocking endings. That was kind of the thing in that decade, and to me, even though I know how it's going to end, I still enjoy this movie. The more I watch it, it doesn't matter to me. I still watch it, just like he did. He directed the movie Seven. Love that ending too. Everybody's seen that. People have quoted that line at the end of the movie so many times. But I still love Seven, and I really like Fincher as a director. So I still like this movie. It's starring Michael Douglas, Sean Penn, Deborah Unger, and so I still like this though. And I was glad to upgrade it to Blu-ray as well. So next movie, this is one that's from another director I like a lot. It's Wes Anderson. This is actually his debut movie, and the movie is Bottle Rocket. This movie was released in 1996. It's Spy number 450. It's starring Owen Wilson and Luke Wilson, the brothers. It also has their brother, I think it's Andrew, is in it as well. He's not doesn't have like a major role or anything in it, but he's like the oldest brother, I think, of those three. It also has the late James Caan in it, which is really great. Now that he passed away in 2022, it's great to watch movies that he was in, just because just get to see, he was great in The Godfather, and Godfather, he had a brief cameo in Godfather 2, but there's Sonny Corleone. He was great in The Godfather, so I love seeing James Caan. He also has a movie in the Criterion collection called Thief, which I really like too, from Michael Mann. So check that movie out if you haven't seen it. Next one is actually another upgrade from Terry Gilliam. This is one that's actually his third movie, I guess, considered his third movie and as a director, even though it's really the first movie that really people really noticed him because of this. But the movie is Time Bandits. This was released in 1981, spine number 37, so it's one of the really early ones. I love the cast in this. I was 8 years old in 1981, so I've grown up with this movie. I love it. The DVD had the slipcover on it. Blu-ray does not. So I was really glad to upgrade this to Blu-ray, and it's got several stars, some Monty Python stars like John Cleese. Also has Michael Palin. Has the late Sean Connery, James Bond. Great to see him in this. It has Shelley Duvall. Has Ian Holm, the late Ian Holm from Alien, was in this. He's great. The late David Warner was in this. When you talk about movies that are over 40 years old, unfortunately the actors were not young then, so more than likely 40 years later they're not going to be living, more than likely. But David Warner is great. Also has Craig Warnock. He played the boy, in the movie, and he was great. But then also had the Time Bandits themselves. They're actually 6 little people that played those characters, and they're really great. I think they're all gone now. But one in particular is Kenny Baker. If you've ever seen Star Wars, that was the guy that in the R2D2, that played R2D2 in the box or whatever, that played R2D2. So that's really kind of special to see Kenny Baker without just seeing his face and seeing what he looked like. Really skinny person as well. And I love seeing Kenny Baker, just seeing his face. And so that's another thing I love about Time Bandits. Okay, so this last movie was actually a blind buy. This is released in 2002, and it's directed by Michael Moore. This is one I've wanted to see for 20 years now, and I've seen a few of his movies. They're all pretty much, I think they're all documentaries. And he actually won an Oscar for this, but the movie is Bowling for Columbine. This is spine number 928. Really serious topic. It's not a whole lot's really changed since this movie was released, and which is kind of sad. A lot of things have changed for the better, but unfortunately the main topic of this movie has not really changed, and it's actually possibly gotten even worse, possibly. But I don't want to get political on my channel, though, so you can take the information however you want. I don't want to make it that kind of video, but I thought it was interesting. Just a lot of good points. But yeah, this is an Oscar winner, and like I said, I've wanted to see it for so long. But please, if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I have over 208 subscribers now. It's been great getting that. I love communicating with people, especially everyone really. Even Criterion collectors are really great too. So I think I get a lot of views from Criterion owners. So it's been great to do that. But I love communicating with my fans altogether. So that's and just people, just fans, subscribers, just I love communicating with people. So please put in the comments if you've ever seen any of these 5 movies. Let me know what you think of them, and please put a like on the video, and have a good day. Bye.